Gotta love the disciples. They try, they really do, but they just don't ever seem to get it, do they? It takes only a quick review of the questions they pose in Mark's Gospel to see that they are blockheads of biblical proportion. To be fair, it's easy for us to be a little judgy. After all, the whole story is laid out for us in the Gospels. We should be way ahead of the disciples in our understanding, right? Not so fast. Let's update a few of the disciples' questions to see where we land in our own interpretations. In chapter 4 of Mark, the disciples ask, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" Modern day translation: Why doesn't God care about me? When Jesus left his disciples that last time, he promised he would make a place for them and for us so that we can spend eternity in the loving presence of our Creator. He never said that life on earth would be a cakewalk or that we would somehow avoid the unfortunate aspects of our human condition. On the other hand, he demonstrated time and again how much he loves us and how deeply he feels our pain. If I'm being honest with myself, it is at my lowest points when I am most aware of God's loving grace. In chapter 6, the disciples ask, "Are we to go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat?" Or, similarly, in chapter 8, they ask, "How can one feed these people with bread here in the desert?" Modern day translation: How are we going to make ends meet? How can we possibly take care of others when we barely have enough for ourselves? We, like our disciple ancestors, worry so much about having enough that we are too often more careful with our own resources than we are about our mission as followers of Christ. When the disciples let go, trusting in their Lord and opening their hands and hearts, there was always more than enough for everyone. And finally, in chapter 9, they ask, "Why could we not cast it out?" Modern translation: Why can't I fix this? Why can't I make this better? The disciples couldn't understand why their earnest attempt to cast out demons failed so miserably. What they neglected to see was that they couldn't do it alone. It was only through prayer, inviting God to be their source and strength against the enemy, that they could succeed. Likewise, we are prone to believing that we can solve our problems on our own. Like the disciples, we must be reminded that we are co-creators of our lives. God is our loving partner in all we do.